Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're back with some more feature commentary on some old school Magic the Gathering. This time we're going to Hartford, where the Hartford Hydras set up a tournament called the Hydra Tilt. I'm honored to have Jason Williams with me on commentary for this opening round, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the event and any of the special rules that were in place for this awesome event that happened earlier this year. Hey,
Yeah,
Joe. Hey, Jason. Welcome.
yeah. Thanks for having me, Andy. I'm excited to do this. So the Hartford Hydra event. We wanted to have a small, little intimate meeting up in Hartford. Just to get everybody together and have a good time. Um, to make it a little bit more interesting, we did an errata to Rock Hydra.
Yeah.
Normally it costs 3 red to regrow heads, which makes it not very good, to be honest. No one ever plays Rock Hydra.
Right. Unfortunately.
So, so we errated it to be only 1 red mana to regrow heads, and we saw a fair amount of them out on the board, and we saw some 2020s, and we saw one person go infinite with it. So it was really neat to see an underplayed card see some play.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, it was definitely one awesome event. It was well run on on your part, and we're excited. So we're gonna get into round one. We have Ben Katz and Marc Flore. So let's do that now. And three, two, one. Okay, so I think Ben Katz is going to be on the right, and we have Marc Flore on the left.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
guess we can talk about the decks first. You want to talk about Mark's deck? Mark looks like he's running pretty low to the ground. Red, green. Oh, actually, he's using
He's got a
everything.
little bit of everything. He's got
Yeah.
red, green, blue, white,
Uh,
everything,
everything
everything but
except
black.
black. I don't see any black, but yeah, it looks like he's got orcish goblin kind of aggro build with pixies, and he is that running three rock hydras there.
He
So
is. Yeah.
looking forward to see if he gets any large hydras in play. He's got a berserk and some avoid fates to kind of protect his creatures. Um, excuse me. So that should be interesting. His game plan is probably going to get to is going to be to get aggressive early and hopefully get there.
Yeah, he's going to drop his captains, his flargs. He's going to, get the pixies out there, and just pound.
Ben Katz has what he's calling what did he
Voodoo doo doo.
voodoo doo doo, and uh, that is because he is running three voodoo dolls, which is a new release from Legends. It is a six casting cost kind of artifact that gives you the ability to do damage to any target, but it gets more and more expensive to do so as the game goes on, and eventually, if you can't pay, it kind of bites you in the butt and
It does.
and hits you for whatever number of pin counters is left. But I guess Ben Katz has a way around that where he can juxtapose it and give it to his opponent
Yeah,
and
exactly. That's a fun
live
little
the
combo
dream
there. That's living the
of
dream in old school right there.
okay, why don't you pay for it? And it looks like he's got a couple of enablers to kind of keep it around on his side for a while longer with the mana flares and
Yeah, he's got a couple big blockers with the wall of Earth there, and he's
mhm,
got the fireballs and bolts to keep the board clear a little bit for him.
yeah.
Um,
He also has three animate artifacts, so I guess if he can't pay and he doesn't have enough mana or a juxtapose, he can also animate the voodoo doll. And I think
yeah,
that removes abilities. Is it like Titania's song?
yeah, I
Uh,
believe it
so
removes just
that would allow him to kind of make a 6/6. All right, so that should be interesting, definitely. Um, and he's got some other ices and books, which are forecasting costs that are kind of useful. Um, what else? I
yeah.
don't see any rock hydras
No, no
in
rock
his deck,
hydra.
but we'll give him a pass because he's got the voodoo doll. So
Yeah, he's still pretty spicy. I can't
yeah,
argue about this deck.
yeah. But I do see a control magic, so maybe he will get one of Mark's
Yeah,
hydras.
he could take a
So
take a rock hydra.
we'll see. I don't know if I think if I had to pick a deck that's probably favored here, I don't know. I guess Mark is a little bit more traditional, so
Yeah,
he's probably aggressive. So maybe I'd have to pick Mark as a favorite. But Ben's
yeah, I
got some
think
heavy
so.
hitter cards, so okay,
He could definitely be faster,
yeah.
and
All
it
right,
all depends if he gets the mana for the fireballs or not. He can clear the board on him with those fireballs,
yeah.
wipe out most of his stuff.
All right, so Ben starts with Island Sapphire. He's got Counterspell up, and Pixies is going to come out on the
Oh,
other side, but that's going to be
ma-
mana drained.
mana drain right off the bat.
Okay, so either he doesn't have red for removal, or he has something to. Okay,
Ah,
so this is pretty good for Ben. He's got an
yeah,
early icy, and he's going to start taxing that mana base.
yeah. Was there
Um,
any crumbles in Mark's main deck? I don't remember.
he's got three disenchants.
Oh, he's got the
No,
three
but no
disenchants.
white
That's
mana
right.
right now. Okay, so there's the red. We see a mana flare, not yet. So he's got
No,
two
that wait.
ices.
Oh no, that's not good for the aggro deck.
Yeah, Mark's gonna have to start getting some creatures out there, but doesn't have any so far. He does have the mana.
Yeah, he's got plenty of mana.
This might turn into just like a control match. So Mishra's Factory getting. He's probably gonna tap his two red sources, maybe. Yep.
Yeah. For that.
Okay, there's a blue. Mark's either looking for white or. Well, he didn't cast anything last turn with the red sources anyway, so that makes me believe
Yeah.
he doesn't have much in his hand. He's gonna
Yeah.
copy his Mishas.
Uh,
I'm coming for two. All right, so both players asking about something. Is he gonna tap to pump it or no? Oh, I think he's just explaining how the copy artifact comes into
yeah, I
play.
think he is.
So,
Is he going to try and?
so yeah,
Yeah,
the copy artifact on a Mishra's just comes in as an unanimated Mishra's Factory. So
yeah, exactly.
okay, so there's the white. So Mark has all the colors now. Just whether he has anything in his hand at this point.
Yeah, we're still talking about that copy artifact.
Yeah, I'm trying to read Mark's body language here. He looks a little frustrated. I think he doesn't have much to go on. Oh, okay. There's the disenchant. No, I was totally wrong. So that'll get rid of one of the Mishras. Oh my goodness.
There's the bolt. There's some red mana.
Okay. And he's going to continue to tap that blue this time. So I'm trying to get in the picture for Ben. He has three Mishras. And what is to the? Is that another Mishras that he has? A gold. He has a proxy gold thing that I can't quite read.
In the graveyard?
No, in his deck list, around he's got the three Winters Mishras, and one other
Oh,
gold.
he's got some weird proxy in there, I think, doesn't he? Yeah,
What's that proxy
it's a
for?
doodle Mistress Factory.
Oh, it's a Mishra. Okay,
Yeah, someone doodled on a gold border card at the
gotcha.
factory.
All right, so we got another land. He's going to tap two lands. Mark does have a strip. Oh, the Mishras actually are all gone now, so he did a good job with the two bolts and the disenchant. So he's going to strip his plateau.
No, keep him off white, I guess.
And both players are now in top deck mode.
Yeah, keeping him off white.
Exciting magic here.
Yeah, top deck mode's always kind of like you're just sitting, seeing who's going to draw the winning cards.
Okay, that's something.
Artillery.
The bad thing about this is that I haven't really been keeping score, but I think it's still Ben is still at 20 and Mark is at 18. If I
Yeah, I
believe.
think Mark's only taken the two from that one factory pack at the beginning.
Yeah, so it's still early.
He's only always going to save the other one for the artillery.
Still nothing on that side.
He's got
Ben's
three cards
looking-
in his hand and plenty of mana, so I'm curious what he's holding on to in that aggro deck.
Probably, yeah, he doesn't have maybe avoid fates or something. Okay, so there's a mana flare. So mana definitely not an issue this game,
No, not at all.
but the
Two,
threats are light.
10. Okay. Threats are non-existent, it seems. He's only had
Yeah,
the pixies and the artillery so far. He's had nothing else for creatures.
he's gonna tap down the creature and the land. Did a lot of people come in with hydras during the event? Like, what would you say? Did I mean definitely there was probably an increase, right? But
Yeah,
did you?
there wasn't as many as I was hoping for. I think
Yeah.
a solid, like, there's a bunch of people that splashed like one or two. I
Mm-hmm.
think I ran 3 or 4 in my build.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it wasn't as prevalent as I was hoping. I would say probably like 20% of the deck list probably had him in there, which is better than the normal 0.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure they're just not a card you see.
All right, there's our first voodoo doll. Plays a mana flare before that, so Mark's gonna. It's a reader, so he's gonna read what the actual voodoo doll does. So that's definitely a clock. Yeah, I think in terms of the hydras, it's tough to say. Like initially, I was drawn to it and I wanted to play them, but then you start thinking about it and like, well, maybe everybody's playing it, and then you play things against the hydra, so you end up playing things like white and pro red stuff, and then it's hard to figure out the meta, but
Yeah, it is. You don't know what people are going to do. I'm pretty sure I had 3 in my deck list, and I was playing Power Surge, so it was a good
yeah,
mana sink for
yeah,
me. At the beginning of my turn, I could decide if I had stuff to play or not, and either sink the mana now or wait until the end of my player's turn.
sure,
Um,
all
so
right,
that's the route that I went with it.
yeah,
2 mana flares. God.
yeah. So that voodoo doll's gonna be around for a little while. So it's got the 1 pin counter on it now, and it's kind of still explaining it. And players don't know what they're on, so Mark's probably thinking, okay, I just gotta wait until he can't pay this, but it's probably gonna be a while
Yeah, it's going
since
to be a
he
while because he's got 2, 4,
the
6, 8. He's
flares.
got 10 mana. Oh, actually, he's got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 mana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that voodoo
Now,
doll could be the death of him.
yeah, and most of Mark's mana at this point is non-land, so he
Yeah,
really
he's only
doesn't
got
have
2.
much mana when compared to Ben.
Oh, that's a little late.
And he, yeah,
Just going to get chumped by the wall.
a wall of earth. I always
What,
forget. That's
0-6, I think?
06. Okay,
I think it's a 0-6. It's
yeah,
been a
two
while since I've looked at
two
that one.
casting cost 06, I believe. Probably at this point, just keep going to the. Oh, he's gonna kill the creature. Okay.
Yeah, it's any
I'm not
target.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I feel like he could just block, I guess. Both players here at 17. 16.
16 and 17. Creature's still there.
Wait,
so
why?
he's letting somebody else read it.
Oh, he's
Oh, he's
gonna disenchant. Well,
disenchanting it.
that's the end of that. Okay. Obviously, it's gonna get out of hand soon.
That's 2 of his disenchants, so only got 1 left in there.
This is what you love. You come in and you start using a card nobody's ever used, and people are walking by like, "Oh man, what's that?" and stuff.
Yeah, it's part of the allure of the spicy deck. You kind of like you get excited about it because oh, what is this? Never
Yeah.
seen anyone play this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he. I think he should have taken a burn with that disenchant. I don't know if they got that. I don't know where he pumped. Did he? Is there the Orcish captain is
No, because he just tapped the Savannah for 2, right? Oh, double
It's
white.
3. It gives 3 though.
Oh, because there's 3. You're right. Yeah, he should have taken a burn there. Unless he could dump it into the captain. I don't remember exactly what the captain's ability does.
This is quality commentary here. We're they're really making us work with all these oracle texts.
I don't know what this card does.
All right. All right. So that's gonna tap. He's gonna tap his 2 attackers, and
Yeah.
I guess he could say that maybe he could make him bigger to the point where he can get past the wall. But I don't know. I'd probably just tap a land or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good
Okay.
one. Wow. Okay. That's gonna be, yeah. That's gonna
That's,
be tough for
yeah, it's
Mark to
painful.
get through.
That is painful, especially for a red deck or an aggro deck. I mean,
So
he
let's
does
see.
have five
He has
cards in
a
hand still.
million mana. He does have three fireballs. Let's see what he does with all these cards. I've yet to see it first animate. All right, so the artillery is going to be bolted. All
Oh,
right, so yeah, so avoid fate. Now he's got two extra green. I
yeah, I was gonna say,
don't
is he
know.
must be keeping track of the extra mana somewhere because he's got to use that by the end of the phase, right?
Mm-hmm. They're pretty. Both players are pretty on top of it, so I'm sure that they know that he has the extra mana.
Yeah, it gets confusing when you start
Mm-hmm.
tapping all that mana.
Yeah, usually you have a Mishras or something to dump it to, but it gets kind of relevant in this matchups where both players play burn. Uh, and Ben's kind of in the tank here. Let's see what he does. So he's gonna take one. I think he just
As your animate artifact.
okay. I think he marked him.
Yeah, swords.
Swords. Okay.
I figured he had to be holding at least one swords in his hand. He hasn't played one yet. Yeah, it's his first one.
Okay. So that was a nice way to get around. Um, Getting around not having a disenchant for that icy. What is the oracle text on this Orcish captain exactly?
I think it's one and flip a coin, and if it's in your favor, it gets +2. You choose an orc, and I think it gets +2/+0 if you win the toss,
Yeah.
and -0, -2 if you lose. Yeah,
Minus
-0.
zero, -2 if you lose.
Yeah, so it dies if you lose the flip.
So it is a way to kind of dump mana, but if
It
you
is.
lose, the Orcish captain may die. Will
Yeah,
die.
he will. He sure will.
Okay. Okay. So I think we're gonna start flipping now. Okay. So he's trying to get through this wall. Mark was, he's got a good assortment of cards. I mean, of coins to flip for. All right.
Oh, heavy duty coin.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know. I feel like he won. I feel like Mark won that flip, given that he's still here. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be another artillery, but the wall's still there. So Mark definitely putting on some pressure, but Ben's got a fistful of cards right now. There's a
Oh,
maze that's always
yeah.
relevant,
Yeah. Oh,
and a
there's
second
another
voodoo
doll.
doll. So he's gonna have to find an answer quick. I thought that Repentant Blacksmith might be a very played card at the tournament, but I didn't see too many.
No, I didn't see too many at all either.
And I figured that a lot of people were going to do a lot of X damage spells, so why not put Fireball and stuff? So I figured that white might be very popular, given that it has like things like reverse damage and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't see any reverse damage. I mean, there's plenty of white played like usual. I think Tim Atwood was probably playing blacksmiths. He usually plays white weenie of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember seeing any others though. I don't think there. Maybe Mike Francis deck. He played white, but I don't know if he
Yeah.
had blacksmiths in there.
Yeah.
He won
Not
the
sure.
tournament with his build.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. He's on the future round. So tune in,
Tune in.
and we'll see. We'll take a closer look at Mike's deck. Um, okay, so that is going to take care of the wall and the two of Mark's creatures. So we're down to he's gonna still need an answer for this voodoo doll, and these small creatures are not gonna do it.
Yeah, they are not.
Um,
He's got
to two,
so much mana.
so much. Yeah, this I feel like this is Ben's game to lose here. Um,
For like 27 mana or something like that. Please.
Still can't believe he hasn't drawn a fireball yet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he could, especially after that brain geyser. He's got 3 in there.
Didn't deal 2 damage to Mark. Cast a time walk. That's gonna.
Nothing before end of turn.
Pendelhaven. That's gonna go to 3. He's effectively at 9 right now. I feel like Mark at this point is thinking about, okay, what am I gonna sideboard in? I need my I need more disenchants. See what this guy's doing.
Dust to Dust, Disenchants, Divine Offerings.
Yeah.
And you can save the Disenchants for the Mana Flares and use the other stuff for the artifacts.
Yeah. Can't imagine what Mark has in his hand. I'm guessing probably creature removal.
Yeah, he's probably got
maybe like a
sword
Spirit
there.
Link or something. Okay, so it's going to put him down to 8. That's 9 mana, and there's the fireball.
There's the fireball.
Okay, all right, there we go. All right, well, that was a little bit of a long game one. But, you know, the longer it goes, I think Ben's deck starts to shine more. So let's go into the sideboards. You're Mark. What are you putting in? We talked about the disenchant dust. He doesn't have dust to dust, but he does have an extra disenchant.
Yeah, he's got the extra Disenchant. He's got a Shatterstorm. I don't know.
Shatterstorm looks good. Blue Blast looks pretty good. Red Blast actually, maybe. He did see the animate artifact.
Yeah,
and he did see the counter spells.
The Mana Drain, the Time Walk, the Geyser.
So red and blue blast look interesting. It's interesting he has balance in the sideboard.
Yeah, I don't know why that
balance is
main.
always good.
Yeah.
And if you're playing white, you should be playing it main deck. But would I be bringing? Yeah, I guess I'd be bringing it. I'd be bringing it in every game. So,
yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to go heavy on lands, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the balance could effectively wipe out most of.
Yeah.
Ben's lands, right? I mean.
Yeah, I guess it's not. Balance is one of those cards. It's great because I think you get to choose when to use it. So, again, it sucks because Ben doesn't really play that many creatures. But again, you could equalize the lands that way. I don't know. I'd probably still run it
after a big brain geyser or something.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many instances where it's good. So I think it's worth playing. So blue blast, red blast, disenchant, balance, and shatterstorm. I guess. I don't know. The cop red too. Maybe no. I don't know if that's that great. No, it isn't because he has the artifact damage and stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what he takes out. Like I don't know, the swords. Is he going to save swords for Juxtapose? I guess.
No. Yeah.
Spirit Link.
Yeah, probably disenchant's better than swords. Probably some number of swords and.
Avoid fates. I mean, I guess. Are you really that worried about losing a artillery or a goblin? I guess.
Yeah, maybe an avoid fate or two. Spirit Link, I think you keep in. And you don't want to go down on creatures because that's your main game plan. So
yeah, that's how you're gonna win.
Ben's got some interesting stuff going on in his sideboard. He's actually got a little bit of a semi-transformative thing going on. He's got two Modis and 3 Serendibs.
Yeah, so it looks like he can switch over to be a little bit more of a spiky deck.
I did see it in his deck box, but I'm not sure if he brought it in or not. And he's got some 2 more blue blasts and active volcano. No, not active volcano. Volcanic eruption. Sorry.
Volcanic eruption. Yeah.
Which I don't think he has as many targets. Yeah, that's not. Well, actually, I forgot about the second ability. It does destroy mountains, but it does X damage to all players and creatures, I believe. So that might be relevant as creature removal.
Yep.
So that's also something to consider. Red Blast is no. Discs are probably not a great idea. And more counter magic and control magic. No,
I don't think the
control
control
magic
magic.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have that great targets.
Yeah.
They're all kind of smallish creatures on Marc's end, so
Yeah, it's not worth the 4 mana.
I'd probably bring in some number of blue blasts and maybe an active volcano.
I don't know if he really needs the creatures to come in.
Yeah, I
The
don't think
Dibs
so
are,
either.
I think, it's going to be fine with those voodoo dolls shooting stuff down, and he's got the fireballs and the bolts, and all that stuff is so small that I don't think he needs to worry about it too much with the bigger creatures.
Yeah. So just maybe a blue blast and active volcano. I mean, I keep calling it active volcano. Volcanic eruption.
Yep.
And again, he's just hoping to get to turn 6, 7. Just to slow down. And I think maybe we'll see Marc here mulligan a little more aggressively to a fast opening hand.
Yeah, I'm
So he
curious.
seemed kind of frustrated there that game because he wasn't really presenting much of a clock there. So
yeah, he had no pressure to begin with. I mean,
Yeah.
that one Pixie's got mana drained right off the bat, and then he
Right.
didn't have anything else until that artillery came out.
Yeah.
3 or 4 turns later, it seemed.
But he did have all the mana in the world, so he figured maybe, he'd draw into something. He just didn't get there.
Yeah, he doesn't have any Urnums in there or anything like that. Like, I'm surprised there's not a couple of backup, sort of bigger creature. But
Marc did not see a juxtapose, so that might be a nice surprise this game.
yes, that could come
He
off
does
as
not know that that is in Ben's deck, and yeah, so that might be an interesting card to look out for. So Ben's going to go down to 5, unfortunately, and Marc has turn 1 creature. So this might be a different game. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so he did put in the COP red. Okay.
I guess he's going to try and protect his creatures from the bolts and fireballs.
No, it only prevents it to you.
Oh, to you. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he did bring in the Dib.
Okay. So we were way off, but but here we are. Okay.
I see.
Okay, disenchant.
Yeah.
Maybe Ben wanted to bring in some non-red sources of damage. I don't know.
Does the COP red prevent the artillery damage to you?
Yes, it does.
It does, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's one good thing about it.
All right, that's going to come in for 2, so I mean for 3. You're taking some city damage.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still not terrible. I'm not. All right, that's gonna suck a little bit. So that gets rid of that guy. Spirit Link would be nice right now.
Yeah.
If he kept it in, yeah.
That Dib, and then he just keeps taking the damage for nothing.
Okay. So the goblins are going to come in for 1 mountain walk, and then he's going to have another artillery. He's going to take 1 from the city. I'm not sure what he is at right now, but I think Ben is at 14. Another 3. I should have brought big dice to give people so we could see it on camera.
On the camera,
I didn't think of that, but okay. So
for next time,
fireball.
He's taking 9 from the Dib now, right?
Yeah.
6, 9, and then he took 2 from the city.
I think Ben fireballed him for 4, given that he was tapped out. That was just like one opportunity.
Is he at like 5 already then?
Yeah.
I think it's close to that because he took 2 city damage.
This life pad here. Again, we apologize for life keeping, but I do believe that firebolt him for 4. Ben's showing the card to a spectator.
Not usually a good sign.
Yeah.
And check what I got.
It might be really bad too. Like
Yeah, it
sometimes you
could.
do. Sometimes you show up. And, look at this. I can't believe I drew this. Like I think Marc's in a tank here. I'm not sure if he's probably really low. The two cities aren't helping much, so he's figuring out what he wants to do. Whether he wants to go down to.
Yeah, because you
No, he
can't.
just passes.
Yeah, he can't take any more damage really. I don't think, especially to his cities, because
Yeah.
if he draws that, if he has a bolt in hand or another fireball, then he's.
Okay, so he's gonna
Oh,
bolt and ping it with the artillery. That's
yeah,
gonna
he's
take
gonna
care of that one.
prevent the artillery damage with the shit. Oh, there's a wall.
Okay, it'll slow things down. This oh, yeah, this mountain walking.
Oh yeah,
This
mountain
is
wall.
slowly pinging away here. It's setting up the walls. Okay. All right, so we got a little bit of a clock here. Ben's got to draw something.
Yeah, he's only got one card in hand. It looks like maybe two.
It might be a voodoo doll or something in his hand. He's just one mana away. Okay, there looks like okay. That's another
Uh,
dib. That's gonna put Ben down to 6. It's
and
not the not the greatest card to draw at this point. So yeah,
yeah,
this
no, because
looks like it's gonna be Mark's game.
he's gonna be taking one from the Flore and two again from the artillery, and then
Yeah,
one
I
from the
don't.
dib. And then if he
See
has a
him.
bolt in his hand,
Hmm. He's
captain.
attacking with the captain, huh?
Why is he doing that?
Okay, so that would put him down to 5, I believe. 4.
Four, yeah, looks like four.
Effectively, he's at 2 from the artillery. So let's see what he draws into. He puts up his hands. Might as well attack. All right, yeah, and he brought in the Shatterstorm. He's got yeah, he did have 2 voodoo dolls. He just didn't have 6 mana.
Yeah,
All right, well that was a good game.
it was.
Again, I think at that Mark did have much more pressure that, and then Ben kind of stumbled and wasn't able to cast his stuff. But COP Red, so we were off a little bit. COP Red was somewhat relevant there, especially with the artilleries. Is that it?
Yeah. So was
Oh, did we totally get
Flore
it up?
lower on life? I
Maybe
didn't
he
realize.
was. Oh,
Well, I can't read the pad, so he must have killed Flore with that dib.
wow.
He had to have because he's all packed up. Yeah, I can't see what his life. I can't read the pad.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess it was a closer match than we thought, but good match regardless. And it's good to see Voodoo Doll make the table.
Yeah, it was fun watching the voodoo doll with the flares out and
Yeah.
watching that magic happen. You don't see that often.
Awesome. All right. Well, tune in and we'll see you in a bit.